The collapse of Russia is a foregone conclusion, and the only question is how it will happen. This is what former State Duma deputy Ilya Ponomaryov said. Like many other Russian analysts, he believed that a coup d'etat may happen in 6 months. Most likely, it will be initiated by the Russian elite. According to him, there is no opposition-minded society in Russia more than the Russian elite, but so far it is afraid to do anything.
I think the key element of victory is to get the Russian elite split. There is no need to look for good Russians. They simply do not exist. The other thing is to get the bad Russians to abandon Putin, to go over the side of good. They have a lot of vested interests that push them to this decision, but they do not yet understand how to do it.
Ponomaryov reported that the possibility of some kind of rebellion is growing every day, but there is no definite event yet that would induce people to act. But the rebellion itself will not be possible without pressure from the Russian people.
We can debate all we want, but now we need to take some action to prevent the situation from becoming, well, tragic.
In an interview with RBK Ukraine, Kyrylo Budanov, head of the main intelligence directorate of the Ukrainian Defense Ministry, said that Ukraine's future is clear, the return of the occupied territories. Meanwhile, counteroffensive can be expected as early as August, and the process of choosing Putin's successor has already begun in Russia.
There are only two possible ways how all this will end. The first is that Putin's successors stop the main actions, not only in Ukraine, but in many other parts of the world. And he says, please lift all the sanctions imposed on Russia. We are building a new relationship. Russia has nothing to do with this. It is all the fault of the man who headed the state before, and it's his personal problems. He is a maniac. They blame him for everything. The other option is simply collapse of Russia into several parts, into 3 or more.
The collapse of Russia into several independent states is another scenario. Alexander Motyl, an American historian of Ukrainian descent, considered this the most likely scenario. Russia has more than 22 autonomous republics, where Russians make a minority of the population.
It is very likely that a number of different non-Russian autonomous republics, regions, etc. will begin to demand more autonomy, perhaps even independence. I assume that this list will include Tatarstan, Bashkortostan, Chechnya, Dagestan, Ingushetia, and of course Yakutia. They will demand sovereignty, autonomy, and independence. Russia can break up into constitutional parts. This can't happen without bloodshed, so it's likely to lead to a civil war. Alexander Motyl, historian.
Alexander Motyl believes that in any case, the removal of Putin from power will have a positive impact not only on Ukraine and the whole world, but also on Russia itself. Reported by Ksenia Buga, Victoria Sinko, UATV News.